Hello once again everybody, this is Tony with Multi-Holsters, www.multiholsters.com, or my email address is tony@multiholsters.com. I wanted to come at you tonight with some pretty exciting news. We just got our first batch of Glock 42 molds out of the press, out of the molds, and they came out pretty freaking awesome. I am very happy with them. And just right off the bat, I wanted to say that this video is going to be geared towards or featured towards the molds and the do-it-yourself crowd and the other holster makers out there. If you aren't aware of what I'm doing, I am taking real guns and I am molding them up with a certain type of plastic. And basically the idea premise is to have as realistic and accurate mold as we possibly can make, doing these hand-poured molds and putting little features on them that greatly help the holster makers, such as we do a sight channel that's already built in, so there's no more sight channel wobbling around. We block in and fill in the trigger guard, so when it comes out, the holsters, it flattens out around this area, and it's really nice for retention. If you wanted to get even more dimples in there, you can actually drill or router it in there. The other thing that we do, a real big one, is the ejection port. It's totally blocked off, and there's no chance for the Kydex to make that indention. As you all know, well, a lot of the leather guys want that indention in for retention, but us Kydex guys, it'll eat it away because it's the ejection ports tend to be real sharp and gnaw at it after a while. Nonetheless, a lot of people ask me what's the difference between the two materials, and there's not a whole lot difference-wise, but as far as the size of the molds are fairly accurate. They're within a couple thousandths of an inch of the real gun in both materials. That's one of the things we're striving for. We're trying to get as accurate as possible. No, on a lot of other molds, you got to add. We have added up to 8 layers of blue tape on each side. That's 16 layers of tape just to get it fairly accurate. These, you may have to add 1 or 2, and the only reason for that is, you don't want holster wear, so you want to give a little bit of clearance around the slide of the weapon, so you don't create unwanted drag and a whole bunch of extra wear on the gun. But basically, the orange material is a urethane. It's a foam urethane, and it's really lightweight. It takes these are real good for people doing vacuum forming because there's not a whole lot of pressure. There's not the heat dissipates very quickly. We use these in book presses, and these work out quite nicely. It is plastic. Guys, I got to remind you, it is plastic. So you add a couple hundred degrees around this and you wrap this in foam. That's an insulator, and a couple guys have been having it warp or anything. You don't really need a whole lot of pressure, like from a jack press or something like that. But in between molds, you do have to let this cool down about 20 minutes. Let it go back to its natural properties, and let the plastic recoup for about 20 minutes, and then it's good to go again. Now on the green material, this has 25% aluminum infused resin to it, and basically takes the temperature a little bit more. It's about 2.5 times the weight of the orange. It is heavier because of the aluminum that's infused inside of it, but nonetheless, it is a poured mixture. And just to give you an idea, I don't know if you can see the detail on these. It's really, really cool. I'm very pleased, very happy with the quality of them. And I'm hoping that's going to help out a lot of the holster makers out there. But we're trying to put out as accurate and as high quality of a product as we can. The nice thing about having these molds is, first of all, let's face it, it's going to be really hard getting our hands on a bunch of Glock 42s. So now, for a fraction of the price of a real gun, you can get a mold, and this is something that you can put in a press, several dozen times, hundreds of times, and you don't have to worry about, crushing the mag well with a bunch of heat and warping the gun and doing damage to the real gun. You can use the molds for this. The other nice thing is, you can get multiple molds. So no one's going to really go out and get 2, 3, 4 real guns. You can get several molds, and you can go to town as far as making a whole bunch of different types of holsters for the same gun using a series of multiple molds. Basically, this green stuff is what I'm calling the Pro Series. This material here, it's rated for a little bit of a higher temperature, and because it has the aluminum infused in it, it's basically going to be a little bit of a harder material, so it may take a little bit more of a beating, and it's only a couple dollars more. So depending on what you're going for, you can pick the one that's right for you. But just wanted to come at you and let you know that we are going to be pouring these up. This is my first batch. I only got about half a dozen of them, and I'm going to be sending those out, but we're going to be pouring them almost around the clock. And if you want them, you can go to my website, which is www.multiholsters.com, and click on my multi-molds page. And if you have any questions regarding them, please drop me a line at multimolds@yahoo.com. That is the email address that's dedicated for the molds. But that's pretty much it for today. I wanted to just let you know that we are in the process of sending these out, and I can't believe the response we've gotten for these. It's been pretty incredible. But if you're interested in one, go to my website. You can buy it off the website, www.multiholsters.com. Thank you very much. Thanks for your support. And until next time, shoot straight.